got a new Eden Zero chapter, chapter 153. In this chapter, we're gonna get the continuation of the epic card game that was started in the previous chapter. I never thought a card game could be so cool and so epic and so interesting and so fun in Eden Zero, but that previous chapter proved me wrong. Now, before we dive into this chapter, though, I'm gonna take a quick sidebar here, because if you saw my activity on Twitter a couple days ago, you would know that I made a post that not many, and by not many, I mean absolutely no one agreed with. I mean, the numbers were just staggering. I thought at least somebody would agree, but that didn't happen. So right here, right now, we're going for round 2. See, I got knocked down in the first one, but I'm back up. I always get back up. In the comment section on this video, what I need you to do is I need you to type 1 if you think that the BCP form for Shiki, which is before critical point, it's the one where he's got all the lines that are extended and like levitating off of his body, but they're close to it, like the ether lines that make it look like he got devil horns and all that stuff. Type 1 if you think that is better than Shiki's overdrive. But type 2 if you're a person of lesser intellect, if you think the opposite. Now, I know I said that before we dive into the actual chapter, I gotta take a quick sidebar, but I would be remiss, or however you used that phrase, I think I used it correctly, if I didn't talk about this cover color, but actually this isn't the cover page, it's just a colored page. This mess is fuego, dog. I'm really liking this. It's got a lot of personality and a lot of fun to it. It's lively. I like it. You got the Eden Zero, you got Kleene, you got Moscow, you got a Couch Po, you got Laguna, you got a Hermit on the phone, she don't give a fuck, you got Witch and Sister talking, Hamura just walking, bars, Elsie on the front of the ship just commanding it. I think Jinn might be my favorite on here just because he's just so casually riding like a tornado. It kind of reminds me of what Aang would do in like Avatar The Last Airbender, where he would put his like fists together and ride on that little wind ball. But then of course you got Happy, Rebecca, Weiss, Pino, and Shiki leading the charge. Cool. Now let's get into it. Okay, we're getting into what the hell happened. How did she lose the round after she used Cat Leaper, when she knew where the card was before she did her reverse, but then it appears the position of the card changed after the reverse? How did that happen? Before I used reverse, I made sure I knew where her 5 was, but after reverse, there was a 1 where the 5 should be. On the other hand, I knew which card she picked, so I made sure my 1 was in that spot, but she still pulled the 5. Hold on, I'm sure she picked the card from the same spot both before and after I reversed, but the numbers were different. Aw, nah, come on. Okay. So before, when I was making my reaction to chapter 152, I was so hyped for Lyra. I was saying that she was in the number 2 spot of the oceans and she was cool. I was really feeling her. But now you're telling me that she's cheating? Oh, no, sir. I cannot have that. I can't have the number 2 spot be a cheater. You got bumped down. Melania Nase takes your place. Lyra, you done played this game and won so many times and you still gotta cheat? Against a newbie too? But how would she even have been able to cheat in the first place? Because you can cheat regularly all you like, but what sort of cheating technique have you developed where it beats time travel? I guess we'll have to find out. Maybe that's her ether gear power. Okay, maybe. If it is, then it doesn't matter how many times I go back. I don't have any chance of beating her. Not that it matters, I can only use reverse 1 more time anyways. What happened to you turning into a Chrono Witch? What's the result of that training? Can we see that? Just beat her ass. There's no way for me to beat her. I wonder if Rebecca has actually developed a strategy and what she's doing right now is like a bluff technique. Because you know how in some games you gotta bluff in order to win. Maybe that's what Rebecca's doing right now. I can't possibly win. What the? You're copying my placement from the first round? Show your cards. Unfortunate. Never mind, I guess it's not a bluff technique. Rebecca, I understand that what's going on is not great, but you gotta pull it together. This is a horrifying situation, and hearing that Lyra wants to take your legs after what you just saw in the future scenario, it's gotta be terrifying, horrible, heartbreaking, just the worst thing possible. But you gotta pull it back and think of something to do if you want to win and keep them legs. Okay? Yikes. Okay, reverse. All right. Well, will the next round be the last one before you bear it all? Bars. Ooh. She getting the crack going. Is she gonna like go beyond her limits here? Is she gonna pull a Black Clover, a My Hero Academia Plus Ultra or something like that? Where she just goes beyond and does reverse again and it just like shatters part of her face? That would be crazy. She would have to start looking like Elsie at that point. You gotta get like an eye patch to cover that thing up. Open wound, not good. Bacterial infection. Oh, hold up. What's going on here? See, it looks like she's falling to her knees because she's like exhausted. It's just mentally draining, which it is, but she for sure did this to slap up the table and mess up the cards. You ain't fooling me, hero. I see what's going on. And way to go, Rebecca. Ooh, and she knocked some of them on the floor too. You gonna write number 5 on there? You gonna write number 5 on all your cards? Or wait, does Elira take these cards? If she does, then just write number 1 on all of them. Aw, what's wrong? So scared you can't stand it? Sorry, but I'm not letting you quit. Bro, run up and knee her in the face. You calling her out? See, I was thinking, what if Rebecca called her out on it and was just like, yo, you're cheating, like explain the whole situation of how she's like switching the cards somehow. But the problem is I don't think your audience cares at all. They don't give a shit about the actual card game itself. They just want to see some naked ladies. That's what they want to see. So it doesn't really matter, I think, whether or not you call out her cheating or not. Did everybody hear that? We do get players making those accusations every once in a while. Do you have any proof? Oh, snap. See, you can't say Lyra a cheater and then have nothing to back it up afterwards. You can't do all that. You may be right, but you gotta bring something to the table. She a champion. Is she trying to get me to pick this card? Oh, she copied Lyra's positioning of the cards from the first round. Show your cards. I completely skipped a sentence. Hold on. Is she trying to get me to pick this card or not? Well, it doesn't matter anyway. I can just use my ether gear to change the cards. That's it? Is that the extent of your ether gear? Also, y'all don't see the ether lines on her fingers? Like, come on. You can't be cheating that blatantly. She just out there with the ether lines crawling up her hands as she's changing the number of the card. Don't nobody see that? In other words, she can repeat this hundreds of times. 5, and I'll always win. Back to her ether gear and it only affecting cards. That's kinda shit. Like, if this is the extent, you got gypped bad. What's the holdup? Show us your card already. I don't need to. I know it's going to be 1 with my power, yes. But if you don't show us your card, we won't know the winner. I was right. You are cheating. None of this should count. Oh! There you go! And she put the cards on top. How did she not notice that there was a card missing, though? No, she didn't realize that there was a card missing from the pile because she implemented the strategy of having 1 separate from the actual pile itself. Ooh! So that's why Lyra didn't notice and how Rebecca could get away with sticking it in between a bosom. And she knew that Lyra was gonna have a 5 in her hand, so that's why she kept the 5 herself. See, you can't go with 5 every time, Lyra. You got too complacent with the game and with your powers on deck. Look at that smug face! There you go, Rebecca! See, the confidence coming back now. This might be my favorite picture of Rebecca, dude. This face is just... that's just a look of triumph in this. That's a look of, yeah, I won. I caught you, dumbass. But like I was saying, though, is the crowd really gonna care? They're shocked, for sure. This card is torn. You made 4 cards look like 5. Oh, that's what you did. This is rich coming from y'all, dog. That's low. That's low. Do you know what you're even watching for entertainment? You're watching a game where the combatants slowly lose articles of clothing and then body parts too. And you talk about that's low. If you don't shut the hell up, where are your parents at, dude? They'd be ashamed of you. Everyone shut up! The card game is over. Now it's time for the slaughter show. This is sure to have the crowd reinvested now, though. And what do you know, they are. Also, while this is a cool panel, it's weird to have her eyes look like this, because now it looks like they're the exact same color, which they're not. Ooh! Dude! This is a fire-looking panel! Whoa! Also, back to Callum versus Shiki. Let's go, Callum. Let's go, my boy. Damn. Callum just not even worried, bro. He don't even have, like, a grimace or anything. He's like, this shit easy. Oh, they busting up his side. Whoa. Rebecca, you don't need to do anything she says. We're out of here. We're gonna go save Witch. You should have been done that. Don't talk about her now, dog. Man, that shit whack. Oh! Dude! Oh my gosh, it's time. You see the wind going around talking about go on Shiki. The man who has not had a fight in the longest time. The last fight that Jinn had, that obviously he was going around in the spaceship shooting up drones and stuff, but who cares about that shit, alright? I'm talking about fisticuffs, ether gear to ether gear. He has not had a fight in forever. The last fight that he did have, I think, was against... Was it against Shiki and Belial Gore? Was that the last time we saw Jinn fight? No. It can't have been that long. No way. Bro, no way. I must be forgetting something, or like, am I though? Has it really been that long since the last Jinn fight? Ooh, bro, oh my gosh, if this ain't one of the cleanest double page spreads of all time. Oh my lordy lord. Been blessed. Blessed. Look at them fucking muscles, dude. I want to grow up and be like Jinn one day. We'll take care of things here. This situation, let us handle it. Kleene and Jinn taking on Callum and Lyra? Whoa! I definitely wanted to see this fight, but I had no idea that I kind of wanted to see this one too. It's been a while since we've had a Kleene fight as well. Jinn, Kleene, but the ship, she'll be fine. We took out most of the drones. Thanks. Also, I can't believe I almost didn't mention this. This is gonna be the first time we see Kleene and Jinn fight together. This is the first time in history that we're gonna see this. That's literally a Superman takeoff. But anyways, with this being the end of the chapter, it is time to bring this video to a close. If I could describe this chapter in a word, epic. Eden Zero is on a roll right now, and there is no signs of the momentum stopping. I really kind of wish that Shiki would go looking for Witch alone, though. Kind of didn't want anybody else on the mission. It would have been cooler if it was just him. But anyways, like I was saying, closeout time. So thank you all very much for watching. I hope that you all enjoyed. If you did, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace out, everybody!